This is Tom with Thomas Andrews Small Business Advisors. You can check us out at www.thomas-andrew.org. Ask for the sale. We are currently working with a shocking number of folks in the construction industry, whether those be small general contractors or subcontractors with a particular trade, or even home remodeling companies. And a number of them have asked us, we're getting opportunities to bid. We're getting opportunities to provide estimates. We're getting opportunities to get in front of prospects, but our hit rate is a little bit off. It's that we're not winning as many projects as we'd like. Everybody probably says that. So we did a little bit of an analysis with a number of these companies and kind of went through their sales process. And many of them, what we found, are just simply submitting bids or estimates or providing their information and then going back to their office and just kind of waiting for that prospect to give them a call. And their numbers have been great, but they're not getting a lot of positive feedback or a lot of positive sales. So we asked the question, what does it look like when you ask for the sale? And they're like, well, what do you mean? We provide the information that they want and then we wait to hear back from them. No, you can't do that. You have to be proactive in your sales approach. Now, I'm not talking about being pushy. I'm not talking about following folks out to their car, calling them 50 times a day. But simply say, providing that we have given you all the information and a satisfactory analysis of a project that we can perform for you, is there any reason that we shouldn't be doing business together? It's not a hard ask. And human nature dictates that we don't like rejection. Human beings do not like rejection. But if you don't ask, you're also not going to get the satisfaction of a sale or a satisfaction of a positive affirmation or a positive feedback from that sales interaction. You have to ask for the sale. But you've also got to dig a little bit deeper. If somebody, for example, the home remodeling contractors, if somebody just wants a new bathroom, they say, we want a new bathroom and we would like these features in it, that's fine. But your competitors are going to provide the same thing. But if you dig a little bit deeper and say, what is your biggest aggravation with your current bathroom? What don't you like about it? And you might find that there are some small, little intricate things that the family that lives in that home doesn't particularly care for, that are aggravating to them. And then your response, and then your bid, your estimate, the supplementary info that you provide them with that information, you need to really target in alleviating those things that they don't like. See, people don't buy because they want to buy. They buy to alleviate a pain. Life is sales. Relationships are sales. Everything is sales. So you've got to hone in on what they're doing. Nobody wants to go, tear up their family's bathroom for a month because they want to do it. They want to do it to alleviate some sort of anxiety or pain that they have relative to their home. On the commercial side, nobody wants to just go build a new building for their business. They're alleviating some pain by building a new building for their business. So if you can dig deeper, rather than just looking at plans and specs and saying, what is it? Why are you actually doing this project? And more times than not, that prospect is very forward and very forthright about being honest. In fact, they get a little excited to talk about what aggravates them. But if you can dig into those things and specifically ask them, what don't you like and what do you want to hire us to alleviate? And that's your target. That's your hook. Not just, hey, we followed the plans and specs, but we are following plans and specs and we are knocking out this thing that drives you crazy. So it's about really getting into that person's world, about alleviating their pain. And that's how sales are made. So again, we are not sales trainers. We recognize certain things within business operations. And this happens to be one that I think is fairly universal within a number of businesses. But again, Tom with Thomas Andrews Small Business Advisors, if we can do anything to help the operation of your business or your startup business, we would love to be on your team.